I'm James Hall, a registered migration agent with ANZMigrate. We're getting a lot of questions about this increase of the ANZMigrate income threshold to $70,000, which was recently announced by the government. A lot of concern is over the possible impact to people that are under the subclass 491 transitioning to the 191 permanent residency. The subclass 491 is a regional skilled visa. It was introduced in 2019 and it allows people to get a temporary work visa to go to Australia and live, work or study in regional areas of Australia. The requirements to qualify for permanent residency are to hold the visa for at least 3 years and have a taxable income for at least 3 years that meets a specified minimum that the government has stated. Now, the government announced in 2019 that this threshold would be $53,900. This was made in a news announcement, but it has never been implemented as a legislative requirement. This means that anyone applying for permanent residency through this pathway, even now, has no income threshold that has to be met, because this has never been set by the government in legislation. The original intention was that the threshold income would be $53,900, reflecting the TSMIT or ANZMigrate income at the time. This was a policy of the previous Liberal government. Now, the current government, which was voted in May 2022, is currently the Labor government. They have not followed this policy and they've made no steps to introduce any income threshold. Now, because the original intention was to set the income following the TSMIT, which was $53,900 back when this started in 2019, the concern is that the government has announced that this TSMIT threshold is being increased to $70,000 later this year. The concern is that people under this pathway, they think that they now need to meet a $70,000 income threshold for those 3 years to qualify for permanent residency. That is not the case. As I said, there is no income threshold that has been set for this, and we don't yet know what the threshold will be if and when it is actually set. So the legislation has provision for an income threshold to be set, but it has never been set. And you can see the confirmation in an email from the department confirming this. So the summary is, there is no income threshold, there is no $70,000 requirement, and there is even no $53,900 income requirement. If and when this is set, we'll certainly let everyone know. But at this time, there is no income threshold. So the requirements to qualify for PR at this time are simply to have held the visa for at least 3 years, complied with any requirements of the visa, such as the conditions to only be residing in regional areas of Australia. And after you've held the visa for 3 years, you can apply for your permanent residency under the subclass 191.